Hi, everybody. So, I have now completed my fifth full day at the clinic, and quite frankly, I'm feeling a little bit tired. As much as these therapies are fairly relaxing, uh, it's a full on day, and yeah, I think maybe my body is using quite a bit of energy in the healing process, and so that uh, results in me feeling a little bit more tired, I think, than I would normally be. Um, so, how did the day go? Well, my breast is actually feeling quite tender at the moment. It's getting a lot of attention, and not necessarily in a way I would prefer, but it's getting a lot of attention and it's getting quite sore. Because with a lot of the therapies, they push on the breast, and as with other areas too. But in my breast, the tumors are quite close to the surface, so um, and I had been experiencing some pain in there before, so it's really quite unpleasant to have some of these therapies where there's a lot of massage, like sort of like pushing and massaging motion on that area. And so I had a kind of an interesting hypothermia session today. I was in there for, I think, 45 minutes, and that's the full body hypothermia where they're raising the temperature of my body to 100, over 100 degrees. And I had been in there for 45 minutes and was just dying. And, well, I wasn't dying. Let me take that back. I was actually feeling the strong heat in my body. And they took my temperature, and I misunderstood the temperature, and I thought that my temperature had only raised 1 or 2 degrees. I said, I think that's a mistake because I'm dying in here, and I think you need to really check it again. So they checked it again, but in the end, it turned out that it was only my mistake in understanding what was happening. But anyway, it was had me a little bit nervous for a moment or two, thinking that I would have to stay in there any longer. Yeah, and tonight they were having a bit of a Christmas, not really Christmas, I guess. I think they were going to sing some Christmas carols and maybe share some prayers or play some games, but I was just feeling a little bit too tired to participate in all that. And yeah, so I chose to come back here to the hotel and play my guitar a little bit, and do a little bit of research on a few things that I want to check out. Yeah, and one of the things that was kind of coming up for me today a little bit was, and I'm just noticing some sadness around it, and that is that, I'm seeing many people who have come to the clinic have come with someone, most of them either with a parent or a partner. Very few people have actually come here alone, and I can see why, because it's quite an intense program. There's a lot happening, and especially within the first 3 days, 4 days, I can see how having someone with me would have made a tremendous difference in my experience, and from an ongoing as well. And so just to sort of watch and see that these people have that level of support, and their partners being so attentive and helpful, and yeah, so I guess I was just feeling a little bit of sadness around that, given my situation and not having someone here with me in that capacity. But something very special that is happening for me is my friends, two very beautiful friends of mine, Larry and Barb. They are coming down to stay with me. They'll be here tomorrow, and I'm not really sure how long they're going to stay, but it's a real blessing that they're going to come and be here with me, and I'm so grateful for them for doing that. I love them both very much, and having them here just to talk to and share about various things that are happening for me is going to be really quite a blessing on this path. So, yeah. So, and I took a couple more videos today of the different therapies, so I'll show those to you next. Thanks so much for watching the video and for being there, sending your prayers and your love and your support from a distance. Have a great night. I'm in the room now where we do the full body hypothermia, and in this treatment it usually takes anywhere between 20 minutes and an hour, and the point of it is to raise the body temperature up to over 100 degrees, induce a fever, and of course when someone's in a fever state, disease and pathogens and cancer and those sorts of things can't survive. And so that's what's happening here. So I'll show you here the place where I get inside. In here, it gets very, very hot. The first time I did it, I was in for 45 minutes, and the second time was 20, and my temperature went up to 102 degrees. So that one was a little bit more unpleasant than the first time. But generally, the first time I really actually enjoyed it because I was very cold and it heated me up nicely, and I maintained the temperature for about 2 hours after, which was great. The second time, the temperature got raised so quickly, I felt quite uncomfortable and a bit dizzy. So we'll see what happens today. This therapy that I'm doing is infrared light, and basically I need to lie under a UV light for about 30 minutes every day, and the light helps to stimulate the healing process. So you can see the light here. I'm not going to show you too much more because I'm naked. And anyways, it's nice. The heat is really nice on the breast, and I'm feeling a little bit of sort of dull, achy pain in there right now, so I'm assuming that there's quite a bit of healing happening at the moment. And it's been going on all day, but this is definitely helping. Here I'm doing a therapy called photodynamic therapy, where I need to lie underneath some lights for about 60 minutes, 30 on each side, on my front and back. You can see there the light bed above me, and it's quite a comfortable therapy. I had to take a sensitizer the night I got here, which gets activated, I guess, in my system as I'm lying under these lights. It's, like I said, it's quite a comfortable therapy. It's a little cold in the room, so I have to have my heating pad to keep me warm. But it's nice. It's very relaxing. So I enjoy it a lot.